Does it say, is there one that says select broadcast and another one that says something else?
Yeah, but like when I'm on the YouTube channel, like when I'm live on it, I don't see us live. That's the thing. Like on my channel.
There's one button, Mike, that says select and start.
Select and start, yes.
Yeah, that's what he chose. That's what he chose.
Okay.
And there's a timer going on down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Now, swipe back over to the YouTube side and give it a few seconds and see if it's doing it.
It just says, I see create up in the top right again.
Well, go to create again and start live streaming. Maybe we had to have it just the opposite.
Oh, I think we're good, buddy. I think we are live, Jack.
Are we, Jack?
Yep,
All right.
we're good. All right, Mike. Love you, buddy.
All right, dude. Love you guys.
Thanks, man.
All right, IT guys. Do you want to do that? I'll be guessing, you be guessing.
Mike will be guessing.
I just don't know if we have sound. There we go. Hey, you got to cut it. Can't help it. Where did we go? No, that's okay. We're good. We should be fine. We should just be. I just need someone, if they can, to go listen to make sure that everything is. We should be fine. We should just be. Yeah, we're good. Whatever. I know. We're live, man. But, all right, we're just going to get rolling with this thing, man. We are a bunch of mess is what we are. So, hey, the good thing is we only got 2 people watching, which I think it's Rick and Austin. So we'll figure this thing out. I know, I got you, buddy. We're not doing anything yet with the cameras because we're still bouncing around here. So just relax a little bit. You got it? You good, Austin? So my AV guy, Austin, is rolling around here, and he's got us, I think, under control. So we are... building a refuge. You can see our placard here at Building a Refuge. We're coming to you live. We're going to get ready to throw some cameras on here in a minute. Clark, are we ready to go, buddy?
Switcheroo.
You ready for the switcheroo here?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, thanks. I don't even know. I'm a little mixed up here on what's going on, but I think we're in good shape. So we're gonna get rolling here. I'm gonna pop to a camera, and there we are.
Yes, sir.
Eric,
Hello.
should see that pop up here in a minute for all you people out there in Wonderland listening to us. So, Clark, I think we're good to go, right? Huh?
Clark's been ready.
Do we, what I don't know is, it sounds amazing in my headphones. What I don't know is for the 3 people watching out in Never Neverland, if it's actually sounds good or it sounds like shit. One of the 2.
Rick says it sounds great out there.
If anybody can let us know, but for the 3 people watching, thanks for joining today. We appreciate that. Eric? Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like thousands of people to get on here because I feel like I'm just talking to myself in the shower. It's pretty awesome, right? Yeah, I know. This thing, we're not going to... Well, That's
We don't
kind
need
of
that
that's
on the
kind of
live-
what this is
live
like,
cast,
man.
yeah.
I mean, this is a trial and error, but we're getting better at this. We're actually hanging out at LDR Studios today in Noblesville, Indiana, which is pretty awesome. Coming to you live with another edition of the Bar Podcast. Me, Brandon Liam, your host. Eric,
Hey, how you doing?
what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Shaking with you today.
Oh, not much. Just getting this technical stuff. You know how technical I am.
I know how technical you are. I'm trying to figure out.
Just helping Clark out.
All right. Well, on the docket today, we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming. Hey, Clark,
Hey,
there
Clark,
he
what's
is.
up, man?
Fellas.
What's going on? We're gonna click over to you to test this to make sure. There's
There it
Clark.
is, there
Yeah,
it is.
Clark, what's up, buddy?
You know how when you ask God to teach you patience,
Yeah.
that's one of those days is today.
Yeah, he
Um,
needs to exercise that, doesn't he, Clark?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean,
You're telling him to chill the F out, aren't you?
me?
He's all fired.
Hey,
this
let's
morning.
get a show on the road. I'm ready for some smash burgers.
Well, we got 2 people watching. Well, we've lost a viewer, so that's how good we are. Clark, what's going on?
It's a beautiful Saturday morning
Yeah.
here in
Noblesville. It's a
Noblesville,
little
Indiana.
chilly.
It's a little chilly.
At LDR Studios.
The sun is shining now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun is shining.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make smash burgers later.
Yes, we're gonna have heavy coats on, but
Yeah.
just grilling out and a little podcast to start the day.
Hopefully Tommy will come play a little bit for us
I
today.
think Tommy sent me
I
a
don't know.
message just earlier.
I always feel like days like today get out of hand, uncontrollably. Like people just start showing up, and then before you know it, the refrigerator's out of beer, and we're making beer runs, and
Yeah. Well, I'm all for that.
then the band shows up, and we're
Band
jamming
shows
it.
up.
Then before you know it, it's 3 a.m.
It's happened. It has happened here.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, so if you're out there, like and share us, like put it out, get out there, share this thing so we can get more than 2 viewers. Because I think I'm staring at the 2 viewers right now in our audience, which is my amazing son Austin and our awesome partner Rick over there in the, what do you call that over there? The
That's
easy
lounge.
chair?
That's the
Hey,
lounge.
Gavin Good's in the house.
Gavin Good is in the house as well. Gavin, we really don't know what the hell we're doing here, but
International artist.
we're figuring
Gavin
it out as we go. We got 2 viewers, so we're hoping to get more.
Here, how about
Um,
I share the message.
But I don't know. I don't know how we do that without just going and wrangling people to like jump on live. So we're just going to get rolling with what we're doing. So
Yeah.
I think the goal of our first 30 minutes, anyways, was to talk a little bit about the Rock and Ride for Hope coming up May 18th at Harley-Davidson of Indianapolis. So a little bit about us. Eric, I'll talk a little bit about us, and then you can talk a little bit about the ride. We'll jump into some details and share for folks so we can point them out to this place, to this environment to get some more details. But anyways, building a refuge, as you all know, hopefully you guys have tuned in before and know a little bit about what we do, but we are a men's mental health organization, support organization based here in Hamilton County, Indiana. One of the only, I don't even know, we're probably one of the only organizations across the United States, I think, that actually focus on dudes.
It might be. You don't hear of too many, for sure.
No,
And there might be some, that just aren't so public.
I don't know where
which is
they're
cool.
at.
Well, that's okay.
They're out there somewhere. I just don't know where. But anyways, so we focus on men's mental health in a little bit of a different manner, I guess. We kind of do it in a way that hopefully dudes can relate to. We don't not to say there's going to be anything wrong with a church or a school or anything like that, but we're not going to force you to do anything here. Matter of fact, we are a bunch of, I'm not going to say the explicit, ups just like everybody else is. So the band of misfits that run this show, me and Eric don't know what the hell's going on. This guy over here, he knows what's going on. So, but anyways, yeah, so we're based here in Indiana, established in 2018, and, we do this every month. We try to do our best at getting information out to our folks as much as we can. Mental health is a little bit of a weird, it's a little bit of a weird deal, right? Because
Very much
it's,
so.
I think still there is a lot of stigma around it. And quite frankly, I think that it's not the greatest thing in the world still, because everybody still gets a little heebie-jeebies. As an example, I can show a big picture of my toe What you doing there, buddy? That's
you're
okay.
blind.
People don't need to see my face, dude. They see that shit enough anyhow. But it's funny because you can put a picture out of your big toe and 7,000 people will like it, and you'll say something about mental health, and you get my mom, Rick, your wife, my wife, my son, the family that can appreciate it.
That's right. Yeah.
But nobody wants to touch it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Right,
yeah,
Eric?
It is, and it's. I think that speaks straight to the stigma.
Yeah, totally does.
They don't.
Which quite frankly pisses me off, but I won't go into that soapbox today.
Well, it is what it is, and we've got it. We know what it is. We know that we have that issue, and we're here to confront it.
Yeah, that's right. How many viewers we got now, guys? We up to anything here? Any more than 2? Or are we still sticking? We're staying at tag 2. Good. Yeah, good. We're still on 2.
Hey,
2.
We haven't lost anybody lately.
We haven't. Rick hasn't. He hasn't detuned in, and Gavin, he's looking like he's trying to get on there, which I appreciate. He's all friggin' pimped out in his white shirt and his friggin' badass shoes today. I'm loving it, man. So anyways, yeah, but we have a couple of fundraisers that we do across the time frame of the year anyways. One coming up in May to support Mental Health Awareness Month nationally, and the Rock and Ride for Hope. So we do it at Harley-Davidson of Indianapolis anyways, located in Fishers, which is weird. Harley of Indianapolis, located in Fishers. But this is our 3rd year doing this, and pretty excited about it. And we thought maybe we would share a little bit of details around kind of what's happening with it. So, Eric, what are we kicking off with in the morning?
Oh man, we got a lot of things going on, but one of the coolest things that we're doing is the Cicero American Legion chapter is going to lead a Harley ride for us. Our registration starts at 8:30, and we got kickstands up at 10 o'clock. So if you ride, and it doesn't matter if you ride a Harley, if you ride a Suzuki, I don't really care what you ride. Triumph, it doesn't matter.
The fuck,
Suzuki? I don't care. Do we care what kind of bikes they ride?
No, we don't care. You can ride a bicycle if you want to. If you can keep up.
If you can keep up, come on, hang out.
Yeah,
but,
right.
If you ride, come on out that morning, May 18th, Saturday, May 18th, at Harley-Davidson of Indianapolis. It's located off of in Fishers, off of Highway 37.
Like 5 minutes south of here.
Yeah, it's
just 5 minutes south on Highway 37.
That's right. So, come out that morning. Again, registration from 8:30 to 10. We'll be there. Clark will have some music playing. We'll be hanging out, having a good time. Kickstands up at 10 o'clock, like I said. And then once you come back, we got 3 different locations that we're going to be going to. And we can talk about those a little bit later, but because they're awesome sponsors of ours. But like I said, the Cicero chapter, the American Legion chapter, is putting that ride on for us. They've been a huge partner of ours, and we love what they're doing, and they love what we're doing. So it's a great fit for both of us. So it's a big deal because logistically those rides there's a lot of logistics that go into those things, and Ryan and the group up in Cicero are really helping us out with that from the logistics standpoint. So, and a support standpoint. So we really appreciate that. But after they get back, we've got some kick-ass music.
Well, let's do this. Let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about the details around what time we're registering, what's going on with that.
I just did.
You did? You talk about what time?
Yeah.
You talk about waivers? Like everybody's got to sign waivers?
Well, no. Go ahead. You can give the
No,
details.
come on, man. You got
Well, yeah. So when you register, you're going to be signing a waiver. You're going to, we'll get you, we don't know if we can do the poker in yet. So.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We don't know if we can because
we're
we're just the beautiful state of Indiana has not.
Yeah.
And all their rules.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but we'll have everything. It's a $20 donation to
25 day of.
$20 in advance.
Yep.
25 the day of. There you go. For the ride. So come one, come all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bicycles, motorcycles,
Yep.
cars.
No,
I don't think cars.
Chicken.
because it's a group ride this year.
Yeah.
Last year we did it where you
See, I'm feeding you all this stuff
why don't you do it?
because I want you. I love you and I want you to do it.
I know it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to do it. Clark will be there. He'll have some music going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
I said that, didn't I, Clark?
I heard that once
Yep.
before.
Some music.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? Sleeping?
No, I'm actually trying to get people to listen to us.
Hello.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. Harley Davidson of Indianapolis has been good to us. We do monthly meetings there, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
so we're hoping we have beautiful weather. I've been praying the last few days that we get good weather and everything will be nice that day where we can have a lot of motorcycles.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless to look at the long-term forecast right now.
Yeah,
It's Indiana, so.
If not,
It
we'll
might
figure.
snow.
If not, we'll figure something out, right? But yeah, registration at 8 a.m. We'll probably have some music going in the background there. Hopefully, like I said, sunny weather. Registration will be for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, to about 9:45. I'm sure we can flex on it a little bit, but plan is kickstands up at 10 a.m. as Eric said. You can register at our website, buildingarefuge.org. You can go there to see ticket link, all that good jazz to get it, get your donation in. But it is a donation. It's not necessarily a ticket. It's a donation to our cause and what we do. So we appreciate everybody that does that. So.
Absolutely.
And then you mentioned the ride. Did you mention the ride? You didn't mention the 3 stops yet.
No,
you
I
said
said
you're going to come back.
Yeah,
to
we're going
that.
to come back to that, but why don't you go ahead and cover that for us?
The ride stops.
Yeah, just ride stops.
Where are we? I don't even know where we're going.
Well, we're going.
Do you know where we're going?
I don't know where we're going first.
I think
and
we're
last,
starting at
but-
Harley, right?
Yeah, we're starting at Harley. Yeah.
Yeah, Harley Davidson, and then we are going to one of our partners, the VFW Post 10003. Is that correct, Clark?
Yeah, over there off of Old Meridian.
0003.
Yes.
Did one of the best places in Carmel for breakfast. They're doing that today.
Oh, we missed that.
Mike didn't.
Mike got breakfast.
Clark says
Austin
Mike
got breakfast.
Austin, did you get breakfast?
I did.
He got breakfast. All right.
Nice.
That's nice. They do have what'd you have?
Just an egg sandwich.
Oh, well, there you go. Egg sandwiches are good. See, when we're in the studio, man, all these ideas pop up, man. We need to have cameras over there on Mike and Rick and
Yeah.
all this good jazz, right?
A lounge camera.
Yes.
The lounge. That's what it is. It's the LDR Studio Lounge. That's what's
See-
going on over there.
When we know how to hook up cameras on the fly.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I see the little buttons on the, but I don't think
Yeah.
I should hit them.
No, don't
because
push
if
the
I do
buttons.
that, then that's not going to be probably productive. We're going to get backwards. So, anyways, the first stop, we're headed over to the VFW in Carmel. Commander Darren Bibo. I ran into Darren the other morning out on a nice walk in downtown Carmel, and that was nice.
Yeah.
The bubble that we live in. So we're hoping that the bubble that is all over Hamilton County will be in place that day. That'll be good. But they have plenty of room for plenty of bikes, so get your asses out. Come over to Harley Davidson that morning, get registered, have some fun.
And what's the stop after the VFW?
I'm glad you asked.
We're teeing you up.
It is the American Legion, post number 341 in Cicero, where our organizers and helpers that are doing the ride with us ride out of the Cicero American Legion chapter. Ryan McKinney and a bunch of amazing veterans. So those guys are going to help us out in doing this ride, but we're going to stop up there. If you haven't been up there, it is one of the only, I think, posts still around town that you can smoke in if you're a smoker. So I kind of dig it because it reminds me of when I was a kid, in Wisconsin. My dad taking me down to the local watering hole and throwing me some quarters to play pinball in a smoky bar. It's pretty fun.
All right.
yeah.
So that's the second
So that's
stop.
the second stop on the ride, and then we're going to slide on over to Moondrops Distillery
Out
in
in
Fortville.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty badass.
It's a nice place, doing big things out
Yep.
there.
What's the owner's name? Mark Presley. He's a great guy. He's super dude. I talked to him the other day, and he's pretty jacked up that hopefully we're going to bring a bunch of motorcycles in that day and hang out there for a little bit. And you never know what we have in store. We're kind of one of those groups that we kind of fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Really?
Today did not go like we had planned.
We're at three viewers today, so we're I think all three of them are actually sitting here right now, so I feel like I'm talking to myself, but
Need
that's
like
okay.
a call in, like
Yeah.
Good morning, Vietnam. You know, like you need to.
I don't have one of those. I don't have one of those. So yeah, we'll hang out at Moondrops. If you haven't checked those guys out, they're pretty awesome. Great drinks and so on, and super
then
cool place.
Straight back to Harley.
And then we are riding back to Harley Davidson for the rock and roll side of the Rock and Ride for Hope. So this is where you come in and your expertise, Clark, and what you do. So we're pretty fired up about that. Having you is a huge benefit to the organization when we do some shit like this. So we're gonna have some rock and roll.
Yeah. What time's the rock and roll start?
So the rock and roll starts at 1 o'clock or around 1.
1
One.
That's
o'clock.
pending. That's pending.
Well,
Everything runs smoothly. We're gonna get him. There he is. He's back. Hey, Clark, how you doing?
hey.
So, anyways, yeah, but LDR Studios is gonna be putting on all the sound. How many watts? Because you know, like Sammy Hagar says, we got 5,000 watts. Is it 5,000 or 50,000? I think it's 50,000 watts of power.
Yeah, that's what we got.
50,000?
It's a big ass generator. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got a big generator.
and we're gonna have, the JBLs. They did pretty well at the Christmas party.
Yeah, they're gonna rock the house. I feel like people in Pendleton might be able to hear this show
Yeah,
because we're gonna be pointing it towards the east.
hope the police come.
No, I don't want the police to come.
Well, if they come,
Get all the attention.
I will say this though,
in awareness.
I would love to have Mayor Scott Fadness come out and join this thing. I mean, that would be really cool if he would. I'd give him a personal invitation.
Yeah, this is it.
Huh?
he's already gotten one.
Dear Mayor.
Dear Mayor, we'd love for you to come and support mental health in Fishers. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we are playing. We're back at Harley.
Yep. So the cool part is we
All the
pull
bike rides are coming in. The grill's going. What's on the grill?
Hold on a minute.
And
As we
who's playing
pull in, for those that have made it this far into this broadcast today, and thank you if you have. So we'll have designated parking for all of the motorcycles out front. So that'll be pretty cool. Everybody will be able to park out front in the front parking lot,
That's
which is
in the
great.
north lot.
That is in the north lot. That's correct. You're geographically sound. That's right. And then we'll have some fun stuff going on. And then, yeah, rock and roll will kick off at 1 p.m. with the Indie Hepcats.
Indie Hepcats.
So for all you rockabilly people, they're going to kick my ass for saying that. For all you rockabilliers, I guess that maybe is a better way to put it. These guys are badass, man. I feel bad. Spencer, the lead singer of this band, wanted me to come down to the Melody the other night to see him play, but I got a little wrapped up with my wife's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So we were celebrating Sherry's 29th birthday. God love her. She's amazing. So anyways, they were rocking out down at the Melody. These guys are pretty cool, though. I just kind of a weird, funny story how shit comes together. I had bought something off Facebook Marketplace and went to pick it up, and this lady invited me into the house, and I was like, oh, damn, there's a band in here. She was like, what do you guys do? And she's like, well, my husband plays in a rockabilly band. And I'm like, nice. They want to play an event for us? So anyways, they're pretty cool. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. You can get to them on all the social media sites, Indie Hepcats. Pretty badass. No, God, I just jacked their name up. Spencer's going to kill me.
Sorry, Spencer.
Sorry, Spencer. Naptown Hepcats.
Naptown Hepcats.
Jeez Louise.
All right, and they start at 1 on the dot.
Naptown Hepcats.
And then who's on next?
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I know she's ready. Sadie Johnson. So she will be ripping your face off for about an hour,
Full
45
band?
minutes. Yeah, full band. So if you haven't seen the Sadie Johnson Blues Band, get out, check her out. She's pretty badass. Nobody's chatting. We got one person watching right now, which I'm a little depressed about.
It's all right. We'll just keep rolling.
You know?
Yep.
I just feel like I'm talking to my 3 people in this room here, but that's all good, man. I'll work my way through it. Gavin, looks like you got a little color, buddy.
I know.
Huh? Did you get some color? That's badass, man. You
Laying
looking
by the
good.
pool? I haven't seen you in days.
I know, it's like been 50 degrees out. He's out there in his banana hammock. He's just laying out. So yeah, Sadie Johnson Blues Band, they're amazing. You can check them out on all the social media sites as well. And she's going to be ripping it up. So really happy to have her come out and rock out, and that's going to be pretty cool. So after that, we have the Tommy Baldwin Trio. I don't know if Tommy's in the studio or not, but he does a lot of work out of LDR, right, Clark?
Yeah, I think he's on his way out up here.
Yeah, hopefully he does. Everybody's going to be waiting for me to rip some smash burgers later, so got to get that down. And then after Tommy, which Tommy, I'd talk about him for 5 hours straight if I could, but after Tommy is a local rock and roll band, Big in Belgium. Saw them last night over at the VFW. They're pretty badass. So they're going to be killing it. And then we have an amazing headliner. Eric?
Yes.
Who's the headliner?
The Y Store.
The Y Store.
Our favorite college band.
Everybody knows the Y Store from back in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, somewhere in that time frame. Their number one hit, Eric? Lack of water.
I was going to sing it.
I'm like, come on now, man. I'm teeing this up for you.
No, I
Come
couldn't,
on, buddy.
I couldn't get deep enough.
Lack of water.
I'm not even going to try to emulate
Clark can do
Chris's
it.
voice. It's,
Yeah, I'm not going
it's
to.
one in the same.
No.
It's,
Dude, I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to this. I saw those guys a bunch back in the day, and seen them a couple times recently, and they put on an amazing show. Chris is still killing it. The band is
guys,
awesome.
and they got a new
Yeah.
double album coming out. So
I don't know if it's been officially announced yet, but
well, I know.
no, it's coming.
yeah,
It's coming out.
that's what I heard through the grapevine. Anyways, it's coming out here
Hopefully
pretty
it'll
soon.
be right around the time of the ride.
Yeah,
That'd be
so
great.
they can play some of their originals and
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever else they play.
Yeah, no, that would be super super cool. So we're looking for them. Everything will wrap up during the daytime, or relatively during the daytime, at about 7:30. So we got about an hour and a half, 90-minute set that the Y Store is going to do for us. All supporting men's mental health in Central Indiana.
And I think we have a special guest with a special announcement. So I'm going to get up.
What?
and let,
What are you talking about?
It's a surprise.
Okay.
I'm nervous we have a lot of guests in the house right now. We have 3 people in the house, so
We got more people in the house than actually.
they're probably all outside waiting for me to start making smash burgers. Is probably what they are waiting
They're
for.
lined up.
Look at that. That's a pretty cool angle, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah.
The microphone isn't in my face, but we see the back of Clark's head.
Yeah.
Pop over to that one. There he is. Look at him.
All
Yeah,
right.
look at he's looking fine. Look at that man.
My dome's pretty shiny right now.
It is pretty shiny. I like the red lights though behind, kind of like the.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Is Gavin
Stuff.
coming in?
Gavin's going to step in for a second and say a few things, I guess.
Yeah.
All right,
Come on in, Gavin.
let's go. So Gavin, is this your first time? First time, long time. I'm gonna pop it over there so we can see him. There he is, everybody. International acclaimed.
Hey, pal.
What's up, buddy?
Thanks for having me.
International acclaimed artist.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Got a
I
couple
love
things
you.
I want to share with you guys. Perfect.
I know that voice is sexy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh no, get down in there. Get down on it.
So,
Gavin, good.
okay, cool. So I thought this year, instead of just donating something to you guys, like a print or a piece of art, that I would donate my skill set.
Awesome.
So if
What?
you want to come in and bid, you can come to the studio for 3 to 5 hours. We will design something for you. You and I will paint it, wrap it up, and you take it home. So you have
What?
That's awesome.
That's
Personal piece.
awesome, man.
I think it's going to be fun.
So let me ask a question. So if I wanted to have if I won this prize, which I know I won't because somebody else will win it out there, but if I did and I wanted to, for example, you think I'm going to say something, but I'm not. I'm not going to go there because it's one of my favorite rock and roll guys. If I said, hey man, I want to paint a picture of Tommy Lee or Motley Crue or the Alistair dude, right? You could help do that.
Whatever you want,
Yeah.
we will design on the fly, paint it,
Right on.
Get it out the door.
Dude, that's awesome, Gavin.
gonna be
That's
fun.
super cool. Well, the studio is fun. I mean, the studio where you're at's fun as hell, man.
Right.
So, for folks that haven't seen it, you can go out and check Gavin out on all the social media sites as well as website Semper Studios, and can see all the amazing stuff that you do.
Thank
I
you.
mean, the artwork that you do is unbelievable.
One other thing that we're going to do is that if this raises more than $11, we're going to cut Clark's.
I like it.
I've been hearing about this, man. Like, I've been hearing about this
We've
whole
been talking
cut.
about this for a year and a half.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this whole cutting Clark's hair thing off, and I know his mom is really looking forward to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's $9 if we could just raise anywhere between $9 and $11.
$9 and $11. I think I see $5 already being waved at us, so we're almost halfway there. See, I mean, we're about there, man. Clark, I also know, I've heard the kind of wind of this, that my son said he'd do it for $15.
Oh, we'll have to bring out 2 barber chairs that day.
Yeah,
Nice.
$15, man, and he said he'd be down for cutting hair.
You know my price.
Yeah, come on, $12, right?
think
Is
we're
that what you
there.
said? $12.
I'll Venmo it right now.
Yeah, yeah. So Gavin, you'll have some stuff too that we can show off to some people that day, right out at Harley.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
That's cool, man.
And also here, I would like to do I have a big project coming up.
Yeah, right
a big
on.
national project, and I'd like to speak a little more very soon about
Okay.
our partnership together on that. So,
Yeah. We'd love that.
maybe we can do a little something with that here in the.
Man, I love it, dude. I love seeing your success and seeing everything you do, and I'm kind of a little bit probably privy to it because I hang out here at the studio where your studio is located here at LER and Noblesville, and just seeing all the really cool stuff that you've done over the last couple of years, even, man, it's pretty amazing.
We've got some awesome things.
Yeah,
coming
let
up.
me ask you this question: what's the farthest that your artwork has reached? Like like out, not out in space or anything like that. but-
Maybe Mozambique, Africa.
Really?
Wow.
What's up, Greg Beeler?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jim Morrison wound up.
No shit.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
Yeah, we have some stuff in China. I don't
Yeah.
know which is further.
Yeah.
I think we're in like 17.
Is that
countries
amazing to
now.
you to think like my shit's hanging on somebody's wall somewhere, and
Every day there's something new. Like with the thing we're going to be talking about
Yeah.
here pretty soon. It's just I never know what
Yeah.
is going to be in store.
Yeah.
Well, it's super awesome, man. It's super cool art. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, get out there and check them out. Semper Studios. You can
Semper Fly.
Semperfly, not Semperfi. A little different, right?
Right, yeah.
I got you.
So Gavin, you last year when you hooked us up, we were talking about cutting the hair.
Yeah.
We're dead serious this time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I mean,
like we've got.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen old Facebook photos of Clark when he had short
Yeah,
hair.
he's gorgeous.
Damn sexy.
Yeah.
Damn sexy.
Don't know
I mean,
what's
not
go-
that he isn't now, but we need to talk about that.
We're gonna bring in the boys from EPS
Yep.
Security,
Yep.
and they're gonna hold Clark down. So that'll be cool.
Is that microphone on, Clark? He's gonna find out. He wants it on,
He
doesn't
wants
he?
to talk. He wants to talk right now.
Huh?
No, but Gavin, man, last year, man, we appreciate what you did for us at the ride. Like the coolest thing, he made a really cool painted Ghost Rider for us, lit it on fire, played some music, and that got donated, and it helped us out a bunch with the things that we're doing. But maybe if you could talk a little bit about, like, what do you see about building a refuge that you're interested in?
Well, what started off is that because I know you all personally, I
Yeah.
work with a lot of charities and raise a lot of money all over America, and I know you're very genuine and you make an impact locally, which is something that has eluded me. So it was a no-brainer to just see what I can do to, help your mission along. So I do whatever you guys need.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man.
We cannot thank you
It was
enough.
bad. I gotta at least shout out to EPS and Donnie, because Donnie was ready to he was ready to beat my ass last
So would
year.
you sit on my motorcycle? Generally
Yeah.
don't sit on other people's bikes, but hey,
Yeah.
it's whatever.
So I mean, we've known Gavin and I have known each other for a little bit. He's like, yeah, I'm bringing my bike out. I said, yeah, it's awesome, man. Bring it out. You can park it up while we're painting all this shit, And I had not met Donnie. And for those of you that don't know Donnie, he's a fairly
a large
large physique.
7-foot Yeti.
He's a pretty, yeah. He's a big feller. And so I just said, well, I'm just gonna go take a seat on Gavin's bike and. Gavin, thank you for saving my life.
Good stuff. That was great. That was great.
But that's kind of the stuff, man. We do, man. We have fun. We do dude shit and hang out and.
Well, and I know, Gavin, we just kind of went through that, and you said, hey, you're going to do this for us this year. But I want people out there to understand, like, I wish we could announce what you've got going on coming up here soon.
Very soon.
So people
Cool.
can understand
Yeah.
the artist that you are, and the people around the country, around the world that have seen your art, know your art, love what you're doing, the fact that you're a veteran and the things that you tie in there.
Yeah.
Like I wish people could understand, and you'll see it. Come out to our May 18th event, and you'll see it. Go on Semperfly's webpage and check it out. But man, if you get an opportunity to bid on Gavin and spending 3 to 5 hours with him,
Sure.
you will not regret it.
A
Yeah.
day with Gavin.
Yeah.
He's on. You got it to work. He was over there working on that thing for a little while.
Get one of those clay spinning wheels.
Yeah.
I'll do the Patrick Swayze.
Awesome.
Podcast with you directly, man, to learn more about you. And
Absolutely.
obviously I know you, but I think the world would benefit by getting to know you a little bit better as well, brother.
Thanks for having me on, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to doing
And
something
thank
awesome
you
with
for
guys.
supporting us, man.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. It's going to be a super fun day out at Harley Davidson, and we just are grateful that you're going to be a part of it and part of this team. And you've kind of worn that garage shirt, man. You put some use to it,
I
haven't
did.
you?
I didn't know it was my only one.
I get
thought it was
another one.
Miles.
I get you another one, man.
Sleeves, I cut the sleeves.
I
off
love it.
the
Yeah,
second
you
one.
do like those scissors, right?
Yeah,
You use
right.
those same scissors
Yeah,
that we're going to cut Clark's hair with.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot for having me, John.
Yeah,
It's
Thanks,
set
man.
up.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Gavin.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Good luck.
Thank you
gentlemen.
much, man.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we're at that segment of the podcast where we have a guest coming on here, I think. I don't know where he's at. Clark, our fluffer, is going to go find him. Clark.
Hey, this is a good time to mention.
Clark, yay! That's right. Hey, for anybody that's out there today, if you want one of these, all of our we got 6 people watching now. We'll send you one of these if you send us your name, address, where you're located. We will send you one of these shirts for free. So this is the shirt that we did last year. Turn it around if you would, there, buddy. It's got our sponsors on it, the ride on it. Pretty cool. We have a few larges and extra larges, I think, left, so we just thought it'd be a good idea. If you want one, let us know. You can shoot us an email, or you can also let us know here on the chat. Our email is buildingarefuge@gmail.com, and you can come and check, or you can send a request to us, and we'll get you one of those sent out. So kind of fun giveaway today, right, Eric?
That's right.
How many people we got now? 6, 5, 4, 2. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, I tell you what, guys, it's a hard show to like keep people off of. Like I thought we were going to reach our limit today, and by God, we did.
Well, it's all about. Oh, our next guest is here, by the way.
I know. I'm pretty excited about that because we told people we were going to try to keep this at 1 hour, and we're pretty close. So, hey, we did get a chat in. I want to shout out to Malik, new subscriber to the podcast. So, longtime friend of my son Austin, who's hanging out here in the back. Austin, you can jump in here if you want. Say hi before we bring Mike on. Come here and say hi. He says he'll come after. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to get on there already, Dad. Get off. Yeah, I know. It's pretty serious up here when you get on here, man. You get behind all these lights and shit. And Mike, Come on in.
Step
Mike
on in, my man.
Stevens. Mike, this isn't as quite as probably professional as when you do like interviews on television like you do. But he does have his Circle K coffee with him. Oh no, it's McDonald's, isn't it? Yeah.
It's McDonald's today.
Just set it in your,
It's
set it in your
McDonald's.
lap.
They stopped the sip and save, so I'm now on.
They did?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No, it's true.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Yeah, so now I get my coffee at McDonald's.
They're not a sponsor of us, by the way, and if they are, they're going to have to pay us. But we would love them to be a sponsor. If anybody's listening from McDonald's, let them know they can sponsor us. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mike, thanks for coming out, buddy. You've been a long time supporter of building a refuge, and I'm grateful for you for that. And
He's been here since day one.
Day one.
Day one.
When I met Mike, actually my son met Mike before I did. He came home one night and he's like, "Dad, have you met Mike?" And I was like, "You mean the guy, the big dude that rides the Harley?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you know him?" I was like, "He kind of looks scary." I'm like, "I don't know him." He's like, "Oh, he's a great guy. You should come meet Mike. You got to meet him." And I was a little intimidated by Mike when I first met Mike, but now we're like best buddies. We're like kind of like stepbrothers now in the Step Brother movie, where like, did we just become best friends?
Yeah, probably a lot like that. Yes. Yes, for sure.
We have done karate in the garage, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
But, man, hey, thanks for coming on, Mike. We thought today would be kind of a good opportunity to share a little bit about what you do. As we've told people, we have a veteran arm to building a refuge, and much of that is because of you. And so we thank you for that. We thank for all of our veterans out there. If they get a chance to listen to this, we appreciate everything, whether you're active or a veteran. We appreciate everything our armed forces, military folks do for us, because we wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff if it wasn't for them. So
That's right.
very, very grateful. But we've always wanted to have you kind of come on and share a little bit with us, with our audience, about what you do and kind of how you do it. So I know I sent you a few questions to kind of prep you a little bit, but I'm sure there's a million more. But maybe share a little bit about who you are, Mike, and where you came from, how you landed in the VA system, and a little bit of what you do as the director for your team.
Sure. So thanks, Brandon. And,
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be here today and to support what Building a Refuge does. Your focus isn't only on veterans.
That's right.
Mental health, but certainly veterans are a big subset of the population that you guys serve. And our partnership
Yep.
with organizations like Building a Refuge fits with VA's whole nation approach to reducing or eliminating veteran suicide and improving mental health overall. So,
Yep.
And I'll get into a little bit more of that in the future. So I'm the director of the federal Veterans Benefits Office here in Indiana. So, and let me back out of that. And from a higher level, the Department of Veterans Affairs, the federal Department of Veterans Affairs, has 3 different agencies that make that up.
Okay.
I'm the director of the Indiana office for the Veterans Benefits Administration. It's monetary veterans benefits is what we're responsible for, federal ones.
Which is important, yeah.
And then the other and the biggest part of the VA is Veterans Health Administration.
Sure.
So the VA hospitals, vet centers, that
Yep.
sort of thing. And then finally is National Cemetery Administration, and we know what they do. They do a fantastic job at the end of a veteran's life. The other 2 parts of the VA, we focus on keep making that as far in the future as possible, right? Their need for National Cemetery, and support a veteran in a happy, healthy as possible lifestyle. So that's what we do. As the director, we've got about 650 people that are behind the federal monetary benefits mission. Here in the state of Indiana, most of our folks work downtown out of the federal building.
Yep.
About 7 or 8 out of every 10 of our employees are veterans themselves.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So a lot of veterans serving veterans. The rest of the folks that I work with all have family members or close friends that are veterans. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about the the work ethic of the folks that.
Oh, your
that
team,
work
yeah,
there.
your team is amazing. I've had the opportunity to meet a few of them that have come out to not only our events, but just on a personal level as well, and just super, super people.
Yeah. So here in the state of Indiana, we have got 3 business lines out of our office, and a lot of what we do is focus on processing compensation claims for
Yeah, yeah,
veterans. So
yeah.
veterans that are hurt in the military. But beyond that, we've got a regional mission that goes over 14 northeastern United States, where we provide fiduciary services for about little less than 30,000 veterans that need help with managing their finances. So
Mhm.
we do operate in that. We've got a vocational rehabilitation program that's kind of a crown jewel, really, of VBA, and where we help disabled veterans prepare for gainful employment. That
Okay.
can include
Yeah.
education, retraining, apprenticeships, all kinds of
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah. That's amazing. I
But
love that.
so VBA in general, some of the things we do for veterans, GI Bill, almost everybody's heard
Yep.
of that. So
Yep.
veterans that want to go to school, I mentioned our voc rehab program to train or retrain veterans for employment that are disabled. Home loan guarantee for veterans that want to buy a house.
Nice. Yeah.
Compensation for veterans that are injured in the military. We've got a pension program
Yep.
that's pretty cool for lower income and permanently disabled veterans that are wartime veterans. So yeah, there's a whole range of things, even insurance, life insurance.
Yeah.
That's VA.
Yeah, that's amazing, Mike. I just, I've learned so much from you. One, just because I've gotten to know you personally, and just from a standpoint of learning more from not only your team, but just seeing what you guys do. It's really cool to see how it, kind of how it goes and how it actually how it happens. I know you and I have had some folks, that have reached out to me that I've sent to you, and your team has immediately responded to it. And, probably if there's anybody that's listening to this that's a vet or they have family members, the kind of elephant in the room is like, the system can be really sluggish and slow, and they get, I suppose, a little bit distracted from wanting to move forward with it. But I can tell you, man, personally going through an experience where I've sent somebody to you and then they email me back and tell me like how amazing it was to be able to actually get navigated through the system and all that is such a huge help. I mean, just such a huge help.
Yeah, and without a doubt, I mean, we're a federal program.
Yeah.
A federal entity, and over half 500,000 employees that make up the VA.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of infrastructure and layers and everything else there. This year in July, I'll celebrate my 33rd year.
Yeah, well done, man.
With VA.
Yeah.
And it's been my goal and challenge the entire time that I've worked for VA to help cut through as much of that as we can.
Yeah.
And I speak for most of if not all of the people that I work with.
Yeah.
So people that, and we make a difference one veteran at a
That's
time.
right.
We really do. We set up systems that do a pretty amazing job of serving a lot of people pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But there's no substitute for the personal interaction that it takes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's right.
And it's referrals like what you guys give that allow us.
Well, we're just grateful to be able to have that. I mean, you remember, I think it was last year or the year before, we had one of the stops on the Rock and Ride, and we were at the Carmel VFW, and it's one of the big reasons why, I'm thankfully an auxiliary. My grandfather was in World War II, and so that allowed me to become an auxiliary member there. But they're just a great post, and so I remember when we were there, and you had some resources there, and the commander came up to me and said thank you to me, and I was like, I can't accept that. Like, this didn't feel right to me, But he explained to me. He said, "Listen, I want you to listen to me." And of course, I did. He said, "We need more people like what you guys do in the civilian world, because it's not likely that a veteran is going to do something like what you guys do." Now, there's all kinds of resources out there. Darren, he's got a great podcast called Everyday GSD. I mean, he supports vets, but it's not very common to find veterans that will dig into this like we've done it. And so he's like, we need more civilians like you to do stuff like this because it's helpful. And they had more vets come in that day than they had come in there before, asking about benefits, asking about resource, asking about things. And that was just really meaningful to me. You know what I mean? And what Eric and I
Yeah.
have tried to accomplish here at Building a Refuge, and all the people that have been a part of what we do. But having that part of it, Mike, it's a huge, I think, benefit for us, but it makes us feel grateful. At least it does for me, and I know it does for Eric as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, one of the things that we talk about a lot is obviously the community, the support, and I know in the veteran community that support is there as well. One of the things that that I have personally heard is that it's very difficult to get VA benefits. It's very difficult to navigate through it and all that stuff. What would you say to the guy that's out there who is struggling to actually navigate through those things? Like what is the first step they should take? Where should they go? What should they do? I mean, are they immediately plugged in once their service is complete, or how does that work?
Eric,
Could-
that's a great question. So we do make a great attempt to have a seamless transition for a veteran from service member to veteran,
Yeah.
right, to civilian life. So through different informational programs that we have at the points of discharge, we try to make that a seamless
Yeah.
transition, and because VA can help I think a brand new veteran the most right in the beginning as they're transitioning
Right.
to civilian life. It might be that voc rehab program, could be GI Bill, home loan guarantee if they're transitioning and want to buy a house.
Right.
So, but the fact of the matter is, lots of vets they just want to get home, right?
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit hard, to get focused attention on things. We're always here. What's important is that we, to the best, and I don't have a huge advertising budget. You're not going to
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
right.
not going to see a VA commercial probably
Right.
during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
Isn't
But-
that amazing? Like,
yeah.
I could probably talk to you for an hour just about that.
yeah,
but anyways,
we were on a NASCAR one time.
Yeah.
But
one time.
yeah, that I know of. It was GI Bill advertisement, to my knowledge. But the thing is so we try to be out there in as many places as we can in the community. So serving veterans takes a community approach. There's not one
Yeah.
organization that can do it all.
Right.
It just the job's too big,
Yeah.
and it is so important.
Yeah.
We our partnerships with organizations like Building a Refuge, Hoosier Veteran Assistance Foundation, downtown, the state of Indiana, the different parts of the federal VA, even service organizations like VFW, DAV, American Legion, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
So we try to make sure that we're networked very well with the community, so that there really is no wrong door,
Mhm.
for a veteran. And you guys' primary focus is on mental health and well-being
Right.
for men, but everybody. And so as I take it that direction, when we have a veteran that is considering harming themselves, for instance,
Yeah, sure.
what's important is that as a community we recognize what the signs are,
Yep.
and that we know where to send a veteran
Yep.
in circumstances like that. So basically, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here so I can help get the word out on
Yeah,
that to everybody.
absolutely, Mike.
VA.gov is a great stop for veterans. You can file claims for benefits there. You can get information on all of our programs and services there. There are videos that veterans can watch that talk about accessing the benefits that they've earned in services. You can come to our office at 575 North Pennsylvania Street, downtown Des Moines, and also at the Indiana Veterans Center. We've got personnel there at 777 North Meridian. It's American Legion's first national headquarters,
Okay.
a historic building. In fact, part of
Yeah.
the GI Bill was drafted in that building.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
And that was drafted 70s?
It was after World War II.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Tells me where my history
So-
lesson
some,
is, right?
Some of the most important legislation in American history. A lot of folks think it created our middle class. So it's really interesting, and there's some really
That is
cool,
interesting.
cool books out there about it too. But so we've got a VA app that's actually really good.
Okay.
And so to get on the Google Play Store or
Yep.
whatever the iPhone
yeah.
app,
Apple Store or
Apple
whatever.
Store,
Yep.
yeah, and download that federal VA app.
Okay.
When a veteran files a claim for benefits with us,
Yep.
which they can do in person, they can see a national service officer, VFW, DAV, American Legion, that kind of thing. You can file through the state. You can go see a county veteran service officer, and we in Indiana have one in almost every county in the state. So
Nice.
they'll help, and we're wired in closely with them.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
help a veteran file a claim. Once they do, with that app, you can track what the status of your claim is and that kind of thing.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just, man, I love having you, do this. I wish there was a way that, like, it could get. I know there's a lot of great organizations out there that help and get this information out. But I mean, I wish, it's almost like it would be broadcasted pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just, we do town hall meetings to try
Yeah.
to get the
Yeah, I
word
know
out.
you do. You do a lot of those, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
we've got, and I don't have all the specifics on it yet.
Yeah.
We're going to have a big claims clinic up in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, right
Okay,
on.
Cool.
Up in the Gary Hammond.
Yeah.
area
Let us
in
know about
June.
that so we can help.
It just made me
with that.
think about one of the most recent partnerships that we just established was with a company called Allendale Treatment, and there's a lot of veterans that are a part of that. They just opened up an office in Carmel here recently, and they're a addiction recovery treatment center anyways, and they're very focused on veterans. I mean, like I said, a few of the guys that are actually directors and work with them are veterans, and I was telling them about you and the resource that we have, and really a cool organization that's based up they're in Northeast Indiana, so around the Fort Wayne area, but I know they're starting to kind of cover a lot of Indiana. They have director responsibility kind of around the state that kind of drive people there, but just made me think about it, and what you guys are doing, Mike, and what these folks are doing. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to, to help our veterans, and I just think it's a great thing. But I wanted to go back to one thing that you mentioned a little bit earlier around seeing the signs and things like that with veterans, and being able to recognize that. Can you talk a little bit about some of the statistics anyways relative to, what you see on your end, right? And I know you and I have talked about this. We know that a veteran, 22 vets take their life every day. I think that numbers even went up, right? From what, and I don't know that numbers,
The way they've refined the way that we look at that.
Okay.
Now this in our 2023 annual report on suicide, veteran suicide.
Yeah.
Which is the most recent report available.
Sure.
Obviously, that number's about 17 and a half.
17. Well, it's great to hear that it's gone down. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
17.
amazing.
I don't think it's actually gone down. In fact, it's gone up a
Okay.
little bit over the last couple of years.
So better data and
It's
recording.
better data.
Yeah.
And recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've got Mission 22 out
Yep.
there.
Yep.
We
Yep.
hear the 22 a lot. Whether it's 17 and a half or 22,
Doesn't
however
matter.
you do the data, even one
Right.
is far too many,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's too many, and without a doubt, the prevalence of suicide among the veteran population
Yep.
is a lot higher significantly higher.
Yeah.
About 40% higher than among the population
Civilians.
as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, between say 20 and 21, so our 2023 report is still looking at data that's a couple years back,
Sure.
because it takes some time to go through it and,
Yep.
and have something that we have confidence in.
Yeah.
So, fact is that between 20 and 21, 114 more veterans took their lives
Jeez.
than the year before. Right?
Yeah.
So that percentage is about a 12% increase. Now, during the years of COVID, we actually saw the rate drop a little bit.
Interesting.
And that's not that's not too surprising when you look at the suicide rates tend to kind of plateau and maybe
Mhm.
even go down a little bit at times of national disaster and
Yep.
catastrophe. People are very focused on those things. And then in the years that follow, it's not uncommon for those numbers to uptick a little bit.
Okay.
And I think that's a little bit of what we're seeing. Among veterans, suicide, all veterans, all ages, all demographics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the 13th leading cause of death
Wow.
among veterans as a whole.
Yeah, it's just
Here's the
crazy.
thing,
Yeah.
It's second among veterans that are less than 45 years old.
Hmm.
So, and that's staggering.
That is staggering,
Sure
man.
is.
Yeah.
To me. The next highest age range is veterans that are between 35 and 54 years old.
Sure.
Among veterans, about 40% more likely to take their life with a firearm.
That's what you were telling me. Yeah, it's one of the big reasons why and thank you for this. You provide us with gun locks and
Yeah.
things like that we can hand out when we do our meetings, whether that be at Harley Davidson or whether they be the events that we do or whatever. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, we hand them out all over, and the hospital is where we get that. The VA hospital get those to supply different organizations, including gun shops.
Yeah.
There. But we've got a few things. In fact, in that annual report, they call it anchors of hope. So
Yep.
there's some things that show that there's hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of them that is that out of 10 veterans that take their lives, 4 out of the 10 have recent experience or interaction with the hospital.
Interesting.
With mental health care at the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
60% dope.
Wow.
So what's really important is we get people connected.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
recommend that veterans register with the hospital.
Yeah.
For VA healthcare.
Yep.
The important thing is that they're networked in.
Yeah.
And that they're talking and interacting in the community.
Yeah.
And better yet, getting mental health care.
Yeah.
Whether they're in distress or not.
Right.
Right.
Whether they're in distress or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And if they are in distress, and Eric, you reached out to me one time on this, we've got a new relatively new law called the Compact Act.
Yeah.
And what that means is a veteran in acute mental distress can access mental health care anywhere, and VA will pay for it. Now,
Nice.
it's acute mental distress.
Sure,
It's not
sure.
ongoing treatment, but anywhere in the community, and the closest emergency room, anywhere. If a veteran presents in acute mental distress, the Compact Act says VA is going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Compact Act. We got it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll make it. Yeah, definitely.
So one of the things we're trying to do is we've actually interacted with some police departments
Okay,
to make sure
sure.
that officers are aware that that Compact Act's out there.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have done some work on this in the past, and that is working with police departments they see some of these calls that they get where a veteran is in acute mental distress as more of a medical concern rather than a law enforcement concern.
Yeah.
More of an opportunity to support than to come at it from a traditional law enforcement side.
And for them to have an option,
Yes.
for the officer to have an option to do it, because right now their only option is, unfortunately they have to either protect themselves or lock them up.
Yeah.
And so that's awesome to know that's an option out there for them.
Well, the great thing is, Mike, is as advanced as we've gotten here at Building a Refuge, I was able to share that link, the Compact Act, with our chat group. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so it's recorded. So if you're listening out there and you want to check it out, go to the chat line there and you can get to the link. So we're advancing a little bit here.
For sure. You guys are cutting edge. So let me before we wrap up the discussion, I want to also drop our phone number.
Okay.
And so we've got a national toll-free phone number.
Yep.
That veterans can call to access information about VA benefits. This phone number is primarily aimed at monetary VA benefits, but we will get people to the right place.
Yep. What's that number?
For healthcare. It's 800.
Yep.
827-1000.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I think, Mike, it's one of the things again that resources like this, they listen, I can say they really work, right? I mean, I am a civilian, I'm not a veteran, and so I can't walk in those boots, shoes, whatever, but I know it works, and it's just trusting it, right? I mean, for those of that might listen to the family member that might listen to this, today or what have you, or get to know Building a Refuge, we have links on our website at buildingarefuge.org that will go to the VA website. But I mean, if there's people that are listening, you mentioned a little bit earlier, this 800 number is a great. What other ways can they get in contact with you guys, Mike? I mean, you mentioned going to the building right downtown, I think, right?
Yeah, 575 North Pennsylvania Street in Indianapolis. Indiana Veterans Center, the parking's free there. So
that's great.
It's a great option, and there are all kinds of other veteran-focused organizations in there, including the state. has their operation in there. That's across the street,
Yep.
777 North Meridian.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So, and then other than that, County Veteran Service Officer.
Okay.
Or you can go into any service organization post,
Yeah.
and they have service officers and can get veterans pointed the right way.
Yeah.
You know, one of the questions before we do get off here that I want to ask you, because you alluded to it earlier, that overwhelming need. You know, Brandon and I experienced that. You know, obviously we're not solely centered on veterans, but it's a big part of our organization. When we first started off, we had these aspirations of like going out all over the city and, you know, statewide and all that stuff. And when we had our first event, it was so overwhelming to us to see the need right in our backyard. You know, when you, as the director, you've got this giant scope, the numbers that you just threw at us, you've got this giant scope of people that need help that you know are out there that either one, can't get the help, number two, have decided not to, three, got it.
So I would say that here's the other thing. You know, a veteran's mental health it's a multifaceted thing. The things that contribute are the stressors. It could be a financial
Yeah.
stressor,
Yeah.
and that's where the benefits part of the VA. If I can help
That's
a
right.
veteran get benefits,
Yep.
or buy a house easier
Yep.
with a lower interest rate, that
Yep.
kind of thing, then that's one component of that.
Yeah.
Bonus. That
It's a pretty big trigger. Yeah.
financial stability, right? But then mental health care, that's where the hospital kicks in.
Yeah.
We've got homeless situations,
Yep.
and certainly a uptick in suicide rates for veterans that don't have a place to live.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
so we work with Department of what is it, HUD,
Yeah.
Housing Urban Development, and HVAP, and not-for-profits and things like
Mhm.
that. So really, from a evolutionary standpoint, I think we've come as far as we have by recognizing it's a community approach
Yeah.
that is most effective. And like I say, if you look in our annual report, you'll see that we've got this whole nation approach to eliminating veteran suicide.
Yeah.
That's getting the word out to everybody, so there's no wrong door if a veteran's in mental distress. You know, all of us need to be, not just for veterans, but for everybody. If we've got a friend or a family member that goes silent on us,
Yeah.
you haven't heard from them for a
Yep.
while. If they stop talking about the future,
Yep.
and
Yep.
any
Yeah.
plans, if they start to cancel appointments or give their belongings away,
Yep.
there are all kinds of different signs that we should be aware of, so that when we see it, we reach out and try to connect. It's that lack of connectivity or relationship that really exacerbates
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
Yeah.
suicide as a pandemic. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Thanks for giving us those.
yeah, Mike. We really, we really appreciate it. One of the things that we started out today was to talking a little bit about the Rock and Ride for Hope coming up on May 18th at Harley Davidson of Indianapolis, and I know you guys are going to have some resources out there, and so we really, really appreciate having a table. You guys will be set up near us, and for any veteran that's listening, come on out. Enjoy the day. We're going to have food and some great music, but more importantly, we're there to address and bring awareness around mental health, for suicide prevention, and the very important things I think in this topic that we try to strive to do. And so we're just grateful to have you guys there that day, man. Like really
Absolutely.
Grateful.
Happy to be there. A lot of veterans like to
Yeah.
ride motorcycles.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
What
It's
is this the third year?
third year.
Yeah.
Yep, third year we're doing it. We're super excited. We have the American Legion rider, the Riders chapter from Cicero.
Yeah.
Ryan McKinney, I think he's going to be president again this year. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I've ridden a couple of different rides. They did a battle ride last year. They do a ride. It's called the Mongo Ride. Supported them. We as Building a Refuge have supported a couple of the different events that they've done. I just really appreciate what Ryan and how he handles these, and so he's been very gracious to do this for us. And so it'll be a group ride. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. We got registration that'll be kicking off at 8 a.m. in the morning. So we'll have some coffee and donuts and things like that for people to enjoy, and more resources around what we do. But yeah,
And music too, right?
some great music. Yeah, some great music, man. The Naptown, sorry Spencer, Naptown Hepcats kick off at 1:00. We have a guest right here in the studio that's going to be playing, man. Tommy Baldwin, the Tommy Baldwin Trio. He's going to be melting faces. He's just back from Los Angeles on a hiatus out there doing some pretty cool stuff. So really excited to have him. And then we have an amazing headliner, the Y Store. So we're looking forward to those guys. But
Yep.
And we have a good old Wisconsin chicken queue that's going to take place, Mike.
Food, music, and motorcycles.
Right? And resources. I mean, what more can you ask for?
And resources.
1, 2, and 3, right
So,
on your list.
One-stop shop.
The big event of the day though is Clark's going to cut his hair off.
We're really
that
excited
true?
about that. Actually, Clark's not going to cut it off. Gavin's going to cut it off.
There's been a possibility that Austin Liam might cut his hair off too. So we never know. I don't know. I'm not sure who's got longer hair, Clark or Austin.
You know how dangerous it is to run with scissors?
We don't have a mic on Clark. Shut up, Clark.
Yeah, right. But hey, Mike, seriously, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We try, that's all we can do, man. You know what I mean? And if much like you mentioned a little while ago, if we can make impact with one person out there, whether that be a veteran, a civilian, whoever, then we'll continue to do this. So
That's right.
You guys keep it up. You do great work. And
yeah.
You do too.
Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks
very
for what you
much,
do.
man. Cool. Yeah,
right.
so anyways, but we're at about the hour here, so we appreciate everybody listening in. We're getting ready for some smash burgers. Tommy Baldwin's in the house. Tommy, come up here, man. We'll talk a little bit, talk a little music, talk a little rock and roll, and then we're going to rip on some smash burgers here in a few minutes and enjoy the rest of the day. This is our normal meeting. We had to kind of pivot a little bit because Harley Davidson had some stuff going on today, but we pivoted here to LDR Studios, rock and roll mecca of Knowlesville, Hamilton County. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
That's right. We're going to plug the shirt again. Here we go. Plug the shirt a little bit. If you are online and you want one of these shirts, we will send it to you at no cost. This is our last year Rock and Ride for Hope shirt. Yeah. Our this year's shirt's going to look very similar to, because we want to keep the theme here of one story at a time to create hope. But if you want one, let us know. Shoot us an email at buildingarefuge@gmail.com or on the chat. Give us your name. You can let us know. We'll ship one of those to you or even drop it off to your house. So, Tommy, what's going on, buddy?
Hanging, man. How you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing pretty well now. We were a little rough start.
No, that's all right, man.
Yeah, whatever,
I
right?
know,
Start
I know
till you
my
finish.
tummy's grumbling. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
everybody's wanting me to get off here and make some smash burgers, but I know that's why you came out.
We'll make it quick. No, just wait.
We got to feed you, man. Feed the beast, baby.
all good.
That's the only way those fingers work, man. Huh?
Well, a couple ways, you know. But
So I got to tell you, the other morning, I sent you a text pretty early in the morning, man.
Yeah.
But, dude, I hope you can put that song in the set list.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Not much time left.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a Tommy original, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That whole record is
It's amazing.
Yeah. Doug and I worked our butt off on that stuff. But yeah. That's like a super like drop C, like super low tuning. So I have to bring out another guitar.
Eric
for it, but
knows,
I'll do
Eric
it.
knows exactly what you're
I
talking
don't know what the
about.
hell he's talking about. I just love to listen to him. I don't really
I
care.
have to do it.
Yeah, man. But hey,
a while.
we're super jacked to have you part of the Rock and Ride for Hope, man. So
to be
you're
part
gonna
of it.
be hopping on the stage here. Hold on a minute. I got the.
Yeah.
Let me pop this up here really quick. Eric, you can. Let me. Where did I do with it? I thought I had him up here.
What did I do?
What I do with it? It's around here somewhere. Rock and Ride for Hope, baby. There it is, right there. So Tommy, you're hitting the stage at about 3:30.
Cool.
3:30 p.m.
Yeah, baby.
Midday. There's gonna be some rocking
Oh, yeah.
motorcycles rolling in.
That'll be right about the time the ride comes in.
Yeah,
Gonna be
we're
sweet.
It's gonna be
scheduled to
sweet.
get back. We're scheduled to get back around 2:00. But if I know how these
Sure.
go,
Yeah.
they'll probably be a little bit
It's
later
all
than
good,
that. But
you know.
yeah, man. So we got the Indie Hepcats at 1:00. We got Sadie at 2:15. Tommy at 3:30. Big in Belgium at 4:45, and then the Y Store at 6. So we got a really cool day of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bloody
We got a big
eclectic.
stage.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of eclectic group of people.
Yeah, we got a lot of artists.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
You
man.
know?
Yeah. You say eclectic, I say they're artists. You're a musical artist, man. That's what you are, dude. So where are you playing tonight?
At Grindstone Public House in
Right on.
Louisville. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been pretty
7-10.
busy. We saw you down at the Jazz Kitchen on your birthday.
Yeah, man. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's super
was like
fun.
5 tickets away from being sold out the entire building, but the whole front.
felt
whole
sold out,
everything
man.
everything was sold out.
It was
pretty much.
it was some vibe, buddy. That was
Man,
ripping.
especially on the end of it. The overwhelming blood. Trying to turn around, I was like, oh man, bawling. You know, but
Yeah, man. We
Love
appreciate you. We appreciate you being a part of this team, and
I love you.
we
guys.
love it, dude. We need to make another trip to Nashville, or we need to do something like that in the
Absolutely.
future again. I told him I wanted to get him to go, get him down to New Orleans.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. Set him
That would
up
be
and
crazy.
get ripping out there, buddy. That'd
Just
be
have a guitar on my
We could
back
just-
the whole time.
We
And
should do a world tour with Tommy.
there you go.
That'd be fun.
I know
Tommy and Billy
I know he's
Refuge.
open to it. He told me when we were in
Let's do it.
Nashville, he's like, dude, so I want to take a vacation at some point in time. I'm just gonna do it with you, Tommy. We're just gonna hit the road for like a week and a half, and I'm gonna book like 40 gigs.
Let's do it.
Huh?
Let's do it.
Make a shit ton of money.
Let's go.
Let's go. Tommy's like, let's go.
Let's go.
Clark's got to cut his hair first, though.
Oh no.
No, he'd have to keep it for that tour. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for coming on here and popping in real quick, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love pop-in guests, man, and that's what this studio is all about. So we're just so blessed, man. I mean, you know, I called Clark yesterday and said, "Hey, I think the Harley Davidson thing's off today. They had another event going on, and we're just grateful to them, man. Like they let us do whatever we're doing this big, you know, rock and ride for hope there,
Yeah.
and they don't charge us
Sweethearts.
any money, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you to David Dellin and his entire staff, you know, for helping us out. But so we pivoted here, and actually it's worked out fantastic, man. And we're gonna have some lunch, and the studio, everything is here. And so those folks that don't know where this is at, man, give Clark a call if you need anything when it comes to sound, setup, recording, anything, or if you just want to come and hang out. He's a pretty cool guy. Except, hey, look at here. Donnie from BPS, man. I was just talking about you earlier. Yeah? Where are you taking my boy? He looks all pimped out.
I mean, I make him look good.
You do. I agree with that. I agree.
EPS security, baby. We can't wait to have you guys at the Rock and Ride for Hope, too, man. Taking care of business, right? Yeah, man. We're just blessed, Eric, man. I mean, you believe this?
We got lots of people popping in. It's a lot of people.
So
supporting us.
grateful,
A
man.
lot of love, man. A lot of love.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Speaking of love, Tommy, I'm going to shout out real quick to all of our sponsors, and then we're going to hop off for today. So, Rock and Ride for Hope, title sponsor every day, GSD. We thank Darren and that entire team, Harley Davidson of Indianapolis, we wouldn't do it without them. LDR Studios, we couldn't do it without Clark. Tony Bennett Foundation, EPS Security, Allendale Treatment, Sunbelt, Ginger's Cafe, Jack Dosey. So this is, I didn't even talk about this. Jack Dosey, a local Indiana race car driver. We are now on the side of his modified car. So
Nice.
around Indiana,
Yeah, come on now.
beaten. I got some cool ideas about this too, Tom. I'll talk to you about it later. Citrus Marketing, Pinnacle Firearms, and then we talked a little bit about these guys, the Cicero American Legion riding chapter that's going to be taking care of our ride for us. So thank you, man, to everybody. That is definitely the hope side of what we do, and we're looking forward to a great day.
Absolutely, man.
I love you, brother.
Love you guys.
Eric, thanks for everything you do, man. Love you.
Likewise. Thanks, Brandon.
Yep.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks for coming in, Tommy. All right, we're going to go make some smash burgers, folks.
See y'all later.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll come back to you here again in a couple weeks. Sounds good. Peace.
Chicken grease.
I love that.
Lonely night, spiraling, no one that I can call. Parents gone again, I'm so alone, my toes are on the ledge. It's a Friday night, football game, check my Twitter feed, they're making fun again. Can't show my face, and I can't take the pain. God, I need a refuge, someone I can talk to. When it seems all hope is gone, so build me a refuge, somewhere I can run to. Someplace that feels like home. Build me a refuge and restore my home. Bills are stacking up and cupboards bare. Lost my job, can't find work anywhere. No hope in sight, my wife and kids have gone. Empty bottle and a broken heart, beating myself up, I can't begin to start to love myself, my head is on the floor. God, I need a refuge, someone I can talk to. When it seems all hope is gone, build me a refuge, somewhere I can run to. Someplace that feels like home. Build me a refuge. Restore my hope. Restore my hope. I was standing on the ledge when Jesus took my hand, whispered as he wiped my eyes, the yoke is easy, burdens light, my burdens light. I am the way, I am the light, you know I am. Now I found a refuge, someone I can talk to. all hope has been restored. This is my refuge, something to hold on to. It is well within my soul. Jesus built me a refuge, someplace I can run to, a place we now call home. Jesus built us a refuge, and it gives us hope. And it gives us hope.